Hello everybody and welcome back to the Yotso Tech Tracks YouTube channel. I'm Yotso and this is day 3 out of my 5-day home workout routine, which I like to do in my own basement. But today, before I begin, I would like to take a few minutes to show you all, as promised, my homemade farmer handles for the loaded carry, which I do today. I have a pair of these I made myself. This is from Canadian Home Depot or Rona or any one of those building supplies places. I pieced these together, as you can see, out of just 1-inch threaded pipe with a couple of elbows, and at the very end I have a matching pedestal nut that I load the weights on here. For example, you can see my 2.5 pound plate. I have a couple of rubber round spacers, which they match roughly the size of my 2.5 pound weights, and the rest of them that I put on, just to keep things from moving around too much. These things are pretty inexpensive. They cost me not much, hardly anything at all, compared to buying these from proper stores. I mean, it's something I prefer to do myself, because if I can save money anywhere I would. And they turned out great. I just have a large vise outside. I assembled it all together, clamp the metal, wind it in, go from the next piece. Let me show you some sizes, because the way your arms are positioned, these bars have to be oriented in a certain way to give you range of motion and prevent any kind of wrist fatigue when you're doing this exercise. I found that myself, because when you load this up with weight, it will tend to angle a little bit, so it wouldn't work backwards, because it would give you a little bit of a wrist pain. The ones that are in my palms, my grips directly, these ones are 6 inches long. Moving in, these are about 3 inches. I had to make these certain length because mine is 10 inches long, and the number one reason for that is because my 45 pound plates have a radius of such size. So these have to be a certain size for you to be able to put the bigger weights on them. And the ones that go out, which all the plates go on, I am using an 8-inch by 1-inch threaded rod with the threads on both ends. This allows me to put about, if I had the weights, I could put about 3 or 4 45 pound plates for maximum. These things never budged on me, even with a big amount of weight on them, because, as I said, I just lift them up, I walk around, I put them back. I don't throw them, because first of all, I don't want to damage my floor. Second of all, I want to keep these for as long as possible. So far so good. They haven't budged even a little bit, so I'm really happy with these. If anyone's interested, this is something that's really inexpensive compared to buying a proper set of farmer handles. As I said, if you have the money for it, that's great. I really don't. This is just my hobby. I'm not a professional, so anything I can do myself, I do. And hopefully these will hold up for a very long time. The one thing that I do wish they would have would be, such as my Olympic barbell has the factory knurls on them for you to have good hand grip. These are smooth bar, but I'm thinking of putting some kind of a sticky back grip tape that's kind of like sandpaper and sticky on the inside. Cut it to size, and just the natural grip in your hand, they would actually cause them to stay on really tightly. I've noticed that it does slip after a while if you get sweaty palms, but then again, I always thought the exercise, the farmer walk, the loaded carry, is supposed to be developing grip strength, so I never really went as far as putting any tape on them. I'm kind of iffy about that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but for the last couple of years that I've had these, actually, I just use them like this. And for my half-an-hour workout today, for roughly half an hour of farmer walks back and forth, I really don't need it. I just kind of wipe my hands, go for the next set of walks, and I'm good to go. For my situation in my basement, I don't have too much room, because it's an average size house, and without having to rearrange the whole basement area, I have roughly a 30-foot long straight walk, and then 30 feet back, so that's a good 50-60 feet of one way and back, which is pretty good because the weights I put on there are roughly 115, 120 pounds, including these bars per hand. So again, with the farmer walk, I prefer to put the weight a little bit less and carry a little bit further distance, just to prevent injuries for myself. Again, I'm not a professional. This is just my routine. This is what I do. Some people like to go extra heavy for shorter distance. Other people like to just basically hold a couple of plates in each hand and go back and forth. It's all good because the loaded carry is a really good exercise. If you do it safely, no matter how you do it, you're gonna get benefits out of it. So let me wrap it up here for this part, and I'll show you a quick demonstration of what I do for my routine. And see you next time. Tune in for part 2 of my day 3 workout routine that I do at home. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.